And now, ladies and gentlemen, our starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the Wabash College Little Giants. At guard, 6'1" sophomore, Fishers, Indiana, number 3, Jack Davidson. At forward, 6'5" freshman, Indianapolis, Indiana, number 11, Kellen Schreiber. At guard, 6'4" senior, Evansville, Indiana, number 13, Ben Stokowski. At point, junior from Naperville, Indiana, number 33, Harrison Hallstrom. And at forward, a 6'6" junior from Evansville, Indiana, number 41, Alex Eberhard. The Little Giants are coached by Kyle Brummett in his 5th year at Wabash. Hello, hello. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup for your DePauw University Tigers. At guard, a 6'1" sophomore from Plymouth, Indiana, number 12, Nick Felke. And another guard, a 6'2" junior from Mount Vernon, Indiana, number 14, Luke Steinhardt. At guard, a 6' sophomore from Carmel, Indiana, number 20, Matthew Godfrey. At forward, a 6'8" senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 30, Andrew Coos. And at forward, a 6'5" sophomore from Noblesville, Indiana, number 45, Nolan Ginther. The Tigers are coached by Bill Fenlon in his 27th year, assisted by Marcus Bledsoe, Dennis Harrington, Jim Spencer, Jonathan Good, and Colin Donahue.
Tigers moving left to right in the white uniforms. Gives it over to the far side. Gets a screen from Coos out to Ginther, who gives it to Felke, who goes to Steinhardt in the corner. Coos now, and Felke will come back on the far side. He drives, no whistle, loses it, gets it out to Steinhardt. Coos, 6 seconds left on the shot clock. He finds Godfrey. Godfrey looking for something, 2 seconds, can't get the shot off, it's blocked. And that was Kellen Schreiber on the block, and now we got a shot clock violation. Wabash has the ball going the other way.
And right out of the gun, it's the Little Giants with that suffocating defense. I don't even think DePauw got past the 3-point line on that play with the ball.
A good defensive stand there by the Little Giants, their first of the evening, and now with 9:22 remaining in the first half, they have their first offensive possession as it's fed down low. Into Schreiber, back out. Davidson, the 3, no good. Rebounded by Steinhardt of the Tigers. Now he pushes here on the near side, right around the 3-point line, gives it to Coos at the top. Down low now, into Ginther. Ginther works, now dishes out to Felke. To Steinhardt here, who gives it into Coos. Trying to get him some work down low. Spin back, out to Steinhardt. Steinhardt fakes the 3. Out to Felke, thought about the 3. He drives. Out to Coos, wide open 3. Got it to go! Tigers lead it 3-0, 18-33.
Big shot by Coos. He had the chance down low, didn't take it, instead pops out for the open 3.
18:37 remaining here in the first half. Tigers with an early 3-0 lead after the 3 by Andrew Coos, the senior. And now down low, working on Coos is Hallstrom, who gets it up and in. A nice lay-in work on the senior there. And now Felke for the Tigers coming the other way. Dribbles left, over to Steinhardt, who gets a screen from Ginther. He drives in the lane looking for someone, and he finds Felke, but it was tipped, and they're going to say it was off Wabash. Wabash bench not happy about it. Looking to get a call reverse, they're not going to happen.
That one was right in front of the Wabash bench, and from here, I'm pretty sure that went off Felke. I think DePauw definitely got a little fortunate with that call.
DePauw catches a break, and they're going to hold on to possession with 19 seconds left in the shot clock. Steinhardt sets up at the top and dribbles right, gives it to Coos. Coos now. He finds Godfrey, who dribbles it back. Now Godfrey down low. Ginther faces the basket. Out to Steinhardt. Felke, 2 seconds, puts up the long 3. No good off the iron. Rebounded by Ginther of the Tigers. And now a fresh shot clock. The Tigers will start it all over again. Godfrey takes the screen from Ginther and finds Coos, who gives it up to Felke. Now Ginther, a tough drive. Steinhardt, three, good, but we have an offensive, and they're going to get that one on Coos. Offensive, he got a little too aggressive on the screen there, Grady.
Definitely a moving screen. Unfortunate the ref called it, but especially because the three was made, but Wabash ball for sure.
Schreiber gives it up, and now Davidson. Davidson drives, looks for someone. He finds Eberhardt over on the far side. Gets it down low.
Coos versus Davidson.
Three, good by Davidson.
Davidson gets the 1v1 against Coos on the outside, and you know he's going to get points at 10 out of 10 against Coos there.
43% from three is Davidson, and now the Tigers trail it 5-3 with 16:54 left in the first half. Coos down low, right back out to Steinhardt. Steinhardt for three, no good off the rim. Rebounded by Stakowski of Wabash, and now coming the other way is Eberhardt. Gives it up, loses possession. And now the Tigers can't get anything going as Davidson comes up with a nice block, and now he'll slow things down with 16:32 remaining in the first half. Davidson step back jumper for two. Can't get it to go off the rim. Now we got a foul on Wabash under the basket. So the Tigers catch a break, and they'll move into the offensive possession. Nice little stand there by the Tigers when they finally got their feet back under them.
Davidson with a great pickoff there. And interesting to see Wabash with an early turnover. They're one of the best in the country for giving up as least amount of turnovers as possible.
Felke dribbles, gives it up to Steinhardt on the far side. Thought about the screen from Ginther, gives it up to Godfrey. Godfrey out to Steinhardt. Ginther now dribbles. Felke here on the near side corner. Gets the screen, drives, dishes. Steinhardt, three. No good off the rim. Rebounded by the Little Giants in Harrison Hallstrom. Now Eberhard over on the far side, looking, fakes, now dribbles. Gives it in the corner. Schreiber, no good. Rebounded by Steinhardt. The three was no good there. And now Felke pushes the other way for DePauw. Drives in the lane. A nice move and a nice lay-in. So the score 5-5 with 15:40 left in this first half. Brady, what a play there by the sophomore.
Definitely a great move by Felke. Went right past two defenders and puts it over the big man.
Wabash now. Schreiber quickly gives it up to Davidson, who just stands and waits. Guarded by Felke. He drives, comes back. Schreiber blocked by Coos.
Oh no!
Coos sends it into the stands, the first row. And a nice block there by the senior. And now with 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock and 15:21 left in this first half, Wabash will hold on to possession as Eberhard gives it up. It's now Davidson, step back jumper. They're going to get him for a walk as the shot was no good. So travel, and the Tigers are going to take over on offense.
Davidson's looking a little aggressive right now, really trying to hit these step-back shots that aren't really that high percentage. He should probably look for a couple more passes. His teammates are good scorers, too. He's not the only man on this team.
And Cole Jenkins now checks into the game for the Tigers. He takes out Luke Steinhardt. As fresh into the game, Jenkins gets the ball, takes a screen from Ginther, quickly gives it up to Coos. Now Felke back over to Jenkins. Jenkins, top, thought about the three, drives, floater, got it to go, rattled it home off the rim, and the Tigers regain the lead 7-5 with 14:46 left in the first half.
Schreiber gets destroyed on one end and tries to destroy the opponent on the other and completely misses on his block.
Davidson gives it up to Schreiber, who gives it back. Now down low. An easy lay-in there by Harrison Hallstrom out of Naperville, Illinois, the junior. Just put Coos to work right there, and now we're tied at 7. Felke drive, lay in, got it to go, an acrobatic play. Got the lay in to fall as Davidson brings up the ball, looking to even things up or possibly take the lead as the Tigers are ahead of Wabash 9-7, approaching the 14-minute mark in this first half of the second game of the year between these two squads. As Eberhard looking for something, dishes it back out to Schreiber, who gives it up to Davidson. Davidson, fake, jumper for two, no good off the rim, rebounded by Coos of the Tigers, and now Jenkins pushes the other way. Coos at the three-point line gives it up. Deep three, good! A big three there by Matthew Godfrey. And the Tigers lead it 12-7 with 13:34 remaining here in this first half of action.
Not too many defensive stops so far by Wabash. The defense just doesn't look the same right now.
Stokowski gives it up. Eberhardt now driving, looking for someone. Ball's tipped, picked up. Godfrey, jumper, no good. And now a whistle. Crowd not happy about it, at least the Tiger faithful is not.
Really selfish play a bit there by Schreiber. He was like 5 versus 2, and he takes the shot well covered by Ginther, it looked like. A little fortunate for Schreiber, though, he gets the call.
Schreiber, the free throw attempt, the first one no good off the rim, and now we get about 3 changes for the Little Giants. And for the Tigers, it's Kamen Lutz, excuse me.
And although that was a little bit of a soft foul call, we have seen quite a few Wabash players on the offensive end go down a little easy, and the refs have just watched them go down. So it'll be interesting to see if they continue to let these two teams play, or if they start to call a couple more tic-tac fouls.
Schreiber at the line for a second. Second one no good, rebounded by the Tigers.
So much for third best free throw team in the country.
And now Jenkins will bring it up. He comes up here on the near side, gives it up to Ginther. Ginther to Felke. He gives it up to Shank. Kamen Lutz. Back to Felke. 12 seconds on the shot clock. He finds Shank. Now back to Felke. 7 seconds. Felke drives. Wide open lane into the basket, and an easy lay-in. The Tiger lead is 7, their biggest of the night so far. Little Giants now. Jumper, no good. That was Stokowski, and now Felke for the Tigers coming the other way. Ginther looking, gives it to Felke. Felke, patient drive into the lane, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by the Little Giants, and that was Tyler Watson.
Although they missed there, the Tigers have to keep going to the paint. That's where they've gotten most of their success so far.
And it's pickpocketed by Jenkins of the Tigers. Now he's going to slow things down. Drive in the lane, pick up his dribble, and now out to Felke, who's going to slow things down with 22 seconds left on the shot clock in 11:55 remaining in this first half. Jenkins up top, 3, good. That was Aaron Shank, the sophomore. 7 out and showing his range. Tigers lead at 17-7 with under 12 to play in the first half.
All these centers knocking down 3 for the Tigers. Unexpected for sure.
It's now the Little Giants. Watson gives it up to Garland, who drives, dishes back out. Godfrey thought about it, dribbles, gives it right back. And it's blocked, and we get a travel before. Travel going to be called against Logan White, a senior out of Avon, Indiana. He gets called for the violation. Tigers pick up possession. And now we get a timeout. And the Tiger bench, excited. We're going to step aside for about 30 seconds. When we come back, Tigers lead it 17-7 with 11:17 remaining. You're listening to DePauw Tiger Basketball on your home for Tiger Athletics, 91.5 WGRE. Welcome back into 91.5 WGRE. I'm Tyler Rosen. Alongside me, Grady Brugg. And the Tigers lead it 17-7 with 11:17 remaining here in this first half over the Wabash Little Giants. Tigers have gotten some help from deep from a couple unexpected contributors.
Definitely a rare sight to see both Aaron Shank and Andrew Cruz making their three-pointers, but so far Tigers 3 for 6 from 3, and Wabash on the other end only 3 for 10 from the court. Jack Davison having a very rough start early.
As now the Tigers come set on offense. That's Kamen Lutz who drives, gets the whistle, but can't get it to fall. So he'll go to the line to shoot two with 11:02 left in this first half.
Tigers have had some uncharacteristic success going to the paint. Usually they're an outside shooting team, but they've really been taking it to the Little Giants in the paint right now. I believe at least 11 points so far from the paint right now. They're doing really well attacking the basket.
You're absolutely right. Tigers getting a lot of hard-fought points down in the lane, but stepping out and showing the range when they need to, as the first one is good from Lutz. He gets the second one to go. The lead is 19-7 in favor of the Tigers early on here as we're approaching the midway point of this first half. Little Giants. That's Eberhard. He gets the and one. So he'll go to the line to shoot one and try to bring this lead of the Tigers back into single digits as fans still flowing into Neal Fieldhouse. There's a packed crowd on hand for this rivalry matchup on a Wednesday night. The free throw attempt is good by Eberhard. So the lead is in fact down to single digits, 19-10 in favor of the Tigers, as we're under 11 left to play here in the first half. Jenkins. Jumper, no good off the rim. Put back, no good from Ginther. The initial miss came from Lutz. Couldn't get it to fall, and now Wabash coming the other way.
Ginther's not going to get an easier shot all day.
The deep three, no good there from Colton Garland, and now the Tigers coming the other way. McMahon gives it up. Far side is Lutz. Gives it back to McMahon. And now Jenkins tried to give it down low, and we got a whistle. Get a foul there on Eberhard. And now Matt Mulkey, the junior, checks into the game for Ginther. He'll get some work here. Inbounded into Lutz. Looking for something. Gets the screen from Mulkey. Gives it up. Jumper. No good. High off the glass. Rebounded by Wabash. And that was Garland. So he gives it up to Davidson. Davidson in the corner. He finds Garland. Or excuse me, Eberhard. And now we get another whistle. This time it's going to be on the Tigers, so possession going to stay with the Little Giants.
Wabash has really got to get the ball to Davidson right now. He's against a couple non-starters right now. He should be putting a couple points away on these guys.
Watson gives it up to Davidson. Davidson guarded by Lutz. He drives, finally dishes to Eberhard here on the near side. Eberhard dribble, drive. Can't get the lay-in. Rebounded, gets his own rebound. That's Eberhard. Now looking for something. Gives it down low. Dished out to Garland. Garland can't keep possession. And now Davidson with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Dribbles over on the far side. Thought about giving it up. Cross, drives in the lane and draws the foul. A good play there by the sophomore Davidson. He'll go to the line, shoot a couple free throws, and of course, as we said at the top before the game, Jack Davidson setting an NCAA record with 67 straight free throws.
Oh,
check that, make it 68 straight as he nails the first one.
Does he even hit the rim on these? That's just so automatic.
Shooting an insane 93% from the free throw line. His second one is good as well. So 69 straight free throws for the young man from Wabash College.
And you can see how he draws these fouls. He's got silky smooth hands, and he just, that burst of speed just gets past any defender.
Mulkey gives it up to Jenkins, who finds Shank. Loose ball, Shank picks it up. And he's gonna give it to Lutz. 8 seconds on the shot clock. A drive by Lutz, it's blocked, rebounded by Mulkey, and it sits on the rim for what felt like ages, and finally gets it to fall. Tigers lead at 21-12. Davidson for Wabash. Drive, the floater, can't get it to go. It was halfway down, rebounded by the Tigers. Coming the other way. Out to Lutz. Malky thought about the three. He gives it down low to Shank. Shank drive. Almost walked. Rebounded by Wabash after the miss.
Oh.
And now the Little Giants come the other way with Davidson on the far side.
Davidson showing off the moves a little behind the back between the legs.
Cross-court pass. Shot. No good from Garland. And now the Tigers come the other way. That's Jenkins leading the rush. Jenkins dribbling here on the near side. Again, Tigers moving left to right. And if you're just joining us, Tigers lead it 21-12 with 7:53 left in the first half over the Wabash Little Giants. Lutz gives it up to Jenkins, who takes the screen from Malky. Malky thought about the three and draws the foul. A good play there by the experienced junior, drawing the foul on the fake three.
Nice little pump fake, but White just should not be jumping out there. He knows he's not going to shoot the three.
Malky, not the prototypical three-point shooter. Hard to think what was going through the mind of Logan White there when he went out to cover. So Tigers again. Lutz, step back three, got it. 24-12, Tigers lead it.
And it's been a while since we've seen some of the Tiger stars. I mean, Kuss has been on the bench for at least 8 minutes so far.
Hard to believe that the way this Wabash team is playing right now is warranting of a number 18 ranking, but they're a very good team, and you can never count them out as a foul is drawn down low by Harrison Hallstrom, the junior. Working on Malky down there. And now Davidson will inbound under the basket. Gets it right back. Drive, step back. He goes on Malky, and he draws another one. So Matt Malky picking up another quick one.
Probably for the second. Already in the bonus, too, for Wabash. Big trouble for DePauw.
As Davidson will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
The count is 69, I believe, or...
It is now 70 as he makes the front end, and Kuss checks back in for the junior Matt Malky after picking up 2 quick ones. And now Davidson about set for his second. Second one, got it to go. So 71 straight free throws for Davidson. And now the Tigers will bring it up, trying to extend the 10-point lead. It's 24-14 with 7 minutes. Jenkins gives it up to Shank. Shank goes over to Lutz. Jenkins now gives it down low. Shank makes a move. Hook can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Little Giants, and Davidson now brings it up far side, moving right to left. Makes a move down low. Thought about the pass. What a lay-in for the sophomore. As now the Tigers go the other way. Kuss thought about the three, decides to give it up. Lutz over to Jenkins. He gives it to Shank. Shank gives it up to McMahon. McMahon now. They're going to call him for a travel, so going the other way. But Grady, what a play by Davidson on their last offensive possession.
Absolutely spectacular. Does a couple moves, shows off that burst of speed again. Absolutely no chance for Lutz as he tries to stay with him, and then Kuss tries to shift over, but he just has to go straight up because if he gets another foul, that's 2 centers who are almost out of the game with too many fouls. Plus, a foul is basically 2 points at this point anyway.
Absolutely right. Now Davidson calling out for the screen. He's going to get it from Hallstrom, but he drives high off the glass and got it to go in traffic. Another great play by the outstanding sophomore.
Tigers got to change something because he is getting hot right now.
Jenkins now gives it up to Shank. Jenkins, jumper, got it to go, rattled it home. So the lead back out to 8 for the Tigers, momentarily stopping the Wabash rush. In the corner, thought about it, gives it to Davidson. Davidson pulling it back out now with 16 left on the shot clock. He gives it up. Finds Stikowski in the corner, who drives. Now to the top to Schreiber. Quickly gives it to Roderman. Roderman, the jumper, got it to go. 26-20 with 5 minutes and some change remaining here in the first half. Tigers lead it. Kuss gives it up to Felke. He gives it back to Jenkins, who almost lost it, as that was Rotterman who almost came up with a steal. Coos down low, the hook shot no good. Rebounded by Shank, and now a foul on Wabash. That's going to be on Rotterman. So the Tigers catch a break. A good hustle play there by Coos. Now some more substitutions. Coming in is Ken Decker for the Tigers, as well as Ginther.
Interesting that Jenkins has been on the court for so long. We saw almost none of him in the first half of the season, but now I think he came on around the 13th minute. He's been on for a very long time now that we're only 5 left.
As now officials into the scorers table. A change and we're ready to go. Tigers will have possession with 5:02. And they're still holding play right now, trying to figure out what's going on.
Trying to decide who the foul is on right now.
So now we're set, ready to play. Inbounded to Felke, takes the screen from Ginther. He drives out to Ginther. Ginther drives in the lane. Rebounded by the Tigers. Now they're slow it down as Jenkins sets up top. And now Felke will take a screen from Ginther. He drives, looking, turnaround, jumper, got it to go. Last second decision there, but it worked out for him. The Tigers lead back up to 8 with under 5 to play in the first half. Davidson drives. Felke, not much he could do as Davidson gets it to fall in.
I mean, he's just doing the same thing every time. He goes to the right side, goes with his right hand and drives straight in. But I mean, I couldn't guard it, and nor could these guys. It's just so good.
Ginther now. Out into the corner. Jenkins, 3, got it to go. Off balance, fading away. The Tiger lead at 9, 31-22. Davidson pulls it out, gives it up to Rotterman. Rotterman forcing it down low. And now that's Hallstrom driving, working on Felke, and Felke almost pickpockets him. Hallstrom can't get it to fall. Rebounded by the Tigers, and that was Ken Decker. And now Felke pushes the other way. Drives in the lane, lays it up and in, and the Tigers lead it by 11 with 3:45 left in the first half.
Felke showing he's got his own moves down low with a nice little fake shot and then up and under.
The game within the game, Grady, here is going to be watching Felke and Davidson go at it on both ends of the floor. We've seen it already. Now we get a whistle going the other way. A foul there on Schreiber. Said he extended the arm.
And again, really tight defense from the Tigers. This time it draws the foul. It hasn't had as much success as usual, but this time the Tigers get the foul and it's their ball.
So Ginther will inbound to Jenkins when we get set. Coach Fendlin calling out plays to his offense, and now Jenkins will bring the ball up the court. 3:26 left in the first half of play. Felke dribbling, finds Ginther. Ginther spins back out to Felke. 13 seconds, fakes. Now below 10 on the shot clock. The 3 from Felke. Got it to go off the rim in the backboard and in. Another 3, and the Tigers lead is up to 14. Davidson drives. The tough shot, no good. Rebounded by Davidson, so a nice play there. Rotterman thought about it. Now he finally gives it up, and now Davidson will take it. He draws the foul there. Good job selling that one, but it looked like Ginther may have gotten his arm in there.
Yeah, it probably was a foul, but a really smart play by Ginther before that foul as Rottingham had a wide open 3, but he also saw Davidson next to him with a wide open 3 option. So Ginther runs straight at Davidson and gives Rotterman the wide open 3. Rotterman freezes and then decides not to take the shot.
That first one is good from Davidson. And Davidson comes set, makes the second one, except that one touched the rim.
Wow.
So
closer.
The Tiger lead cut down to 12 with under 3 to play in the first half. Corner, Coos, 3, got it! Tigers lead it by 15, crowd going wild, and that's the student section. Davidson drives.
No shot.
He's going to draw the foul, but it's going to be on the floor. That was close. Head coach Kyle Brumett of Wabash not happy. Now he calls a full timeout. We're going to step aside, but when we come back, we'll have the finish of this first half. Tigers lead it 39-24 on your home for Tiger Athletics, 91.5 WGRE. Welcome back to 91.5 WGRE. I'm Tyler Rosen, alongside me, Grady Bruck. And right now, Grady, the Tigers lead it by 15 over the 18th ranked, Wabash Little Giants, 39-24. How have they got here?
And so far, not only the offensive end, they've been doing very well, of course, that 39 points, but it seems that they've really been allowing every other Wabash player, or they've been really stopping the other Wabash players. But Davidson, they've given him a couple shots, they've given him points here and there, but almost no points from the rest of the Wabash team is really putting everything on Davidson right now.
And Davidson hits both ends of that 1-and-1. So the lead back down to 13 as Cole Jenkins brings it up, gives it up to Decker, who gives it to Coos. Jenkins now. Jumper by Decker, good from three. 42-26 is the Tiger lead as we're approaching 2 minutes left in this first half.
Tigers now 8 for 12 from the three-point line. They are just red hot from downtown.
Stakowski stolen away. Jenkins lays it in. Tigers lead it by 18. Davidson drives. Oh, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Coos of the Tigers. And now the Tigers go the other way. Jenkins slowing things down. Coos gives it up to Felke. Felke calling for the screen. Doesn't get it. He drives, though. He draws the foul. He's going to the line to shoot two. A good play there by Felke to stay patient, go with the head fake, and draw the foul.
And after that foul, you just see Davidson almost talking to himself. Looks really frustrated out there. He's getting no help from the rest of his team. He just needs someone else to get a couple points here and there. He can do it all sometimes, but just not today.
Not against a team like Wabash, who's never out of it. And that first one is good from Felke. So the lead out to 19 momentarily. As it is Stakowski who comes out of the game. Schreiber checks back in. Second one no good from Felke. Rebounded by Wabash, and that was Alex Eberhardt, As now Davidson sets up to Eberhardt here in the corner. Face, and he slams it home. DePauw wants a technical.
How is there no technical?
As Eberhardt seemed to be hanging on the rim.
He kicked the rim.
Not going to get it, and now Jenkins drives down low, and the foul drawn. And another one called on Schreiber, the freshman getting his money's worth tonight.
Schreiber just gives him a slap on the elbow, and he complains to the ref. That's such a clear foul. But I have no idea how it's not technical. Literally slam dunks it, does a pull-up on it, kicks the rim during his pull-up, and then swings back down. How is that not technical?
First one good there from Aaron Shank, as Schreiber just picked up his third of the evening and third in the first half. So just something else Brumett has to think about in the second half. Second one no good from Shank and rebounded by the Little Giants. And now Davidson will bring it the other way.
Jenkins not the best defender, having to guard Davidson right now. This could be trouble.
As now Davidson slows it down, now drives. Thought about passing, decides to take it. Shot no good, and now we get a whistle. We're going to call that one on Coos going through the back. And that's his second.
May have gotten the foul on Coos there, but Jenkins with really nice defense, literally proving me wrong 2 seconds later as Davidson drives and Jenkins just sticks to him like glue.
And now Harrison Hallstrom will go to the line. He gets that first one to go. And now Matt Mulkey will check back into the game for Andrew Coos. Again, as you said it early, Grady, the goal is probably not to have both your centers with 2 fouls at the end of the first half, but that's at least what it's going to be. Going to have to work with it. as the second one from Hallstrom finds the bottom of the net. And now the Tigers lead is 46-30 with 35 seconds remaining here in this first half. Jumper, good by by Decker for 2. And now no more shot clock as Wabash can play for the final shot.
What are the odds Davidson's taking this shot?
I'm thinking it'll probably be pretty good. He slows down the offense in 15 seconds. Imagine they'll get it started at 10. As Davidson now calls for it, 8 seconds left. He dribbles left. He finds a man. That's Watson. Watson drives high off the glass, gets it to go, and that's going to do it for the first half. So, Grady, we're going to go into the break. Tigers leading it 48-32. What do they need to do to close this thing out?
Well, can I claim they have to continue to shoot 75% from 3? Can I say that? Because I don't think it's going to happen. But if they can find a way to continue to limit the easy shots for the other players other than Davidson on Wabash, I think they'll be able to pull away with a win here.
Well, we're going to step aside for about 15 minutes for halftime. And when we come back, we'll have some more recap of the first half, a preview of the second half, and how the Tigers need to close out a big rivalry win in conference tonight. You're listening to DePauw basketball on your home for all of DePauw athletics, 91.5 WGRE.
But if you are walking home from Roy, be sure to bring an umbrella. Let's see. It's 7:48 p.m. You're listening to the 91.5, your sound alternative. My name is Tom Strasser. Thanks for listening, folks.
Welcome back to 91.5 WGRE, your sound alternative and your home for Tiger Athletics. We're live here at Neal Fieldhouse, about ready to get started in the second half matchup between the DePauw Tigers and the Wabash College Little Giants. The Tigers lead it right now, Grady, 48-32. A strong showing in the first half. What do they need to do to close this thing out?
Other than continue the 66% three-point shooting, I'd say, of course, there's no way they continue with that. If anything, they'll probably shoot even worse than their average at this point. But I would say they got to keep getting to the paint. Early on, it wasn't the three-pointers that were getting them the massive lead. It was those drives to the basket, those tough shots in the paint. They have to continue to attack the basket, and if they keep doing that, they'll get more shots out wide, and they'll just keep putting on these points and keep that gap right there at 16.
You're absolutely right, Grady. The Tigers shooting 60% from the field in the first half and an incredible 67% from three-point range. And the Tigers, that's how they find themselves with a 16-point lead, leading by as many as 19 at one point. Wabash, they had a little bit of a run there, cut the lead back down to about 6 at one point. The Tigers fought right back with a little run of their own, pushing the lead back out to 16, and now just a few seconds away from the start of the second half. And Grady, if the Tigers can hold off the Little Giants, and this thing is far from over with 20 minutes left to be played now, what kind of a win would this be for Coach Fenlon and his team going through this final part of the season?
It's mostly one for confidence, I'd say, because at 14-7, you're pretty much out of tournament talk. Even if you win the rest of your games, you're probably not going to get an automatic bid. But a good confidence win here would really boost them for the rest of the season and push them into a great spot running into playoffs.
You're absolutely right. Just a few weeks away from the conference tournament, and we'll see how that shakes out, see if these Tigers are going to be playing in the big one in the NCAA tournament. But right now, they got some work to do in finishing out the Little Giants here and splitting the series 1-1 on the year.
1 point before we get into the game. Davidson started taking over the game, but it was early on. It was Hallstrom who was getting most of their points down in the paint. It'll be interesting to see if they continue, if they go back to him down low.
Now Eberhardt sits at the top, gives it down low. High off the glass, no good from Hallstrom, and rebounded by the Tigers, and Felke's going to bring it up now. Tigers now moving right to left on your radio dial in the all-white uniforms. Wabash moving left to right in the all-red uniforms. And now Felke cycles back to the top. Finds a man here on the near side. That's Godfrey. He gives it down low to Coos. Coos working his man inside. Hook shot. got it to go. Shooter's touch off the rim and in, and the Tigers lead it 50-32 early on.
Went right the whole way and eventually puts up with the right hand. It was just obvious he was going there.
And now Wabash coming the other way. That's Schreiber who gives it up to Davidson. Davidson takes the screen, gives it up to Eberhard, who gives it quickly right back. 10 seconds now in the shot clock. Turnaround jumper, no good from Stikowski, rebounded by Coos to the Tigers, and now Felke will bring it up here on the near side. Steinhardt thought about the three, decides not to take it, and now Felke here on the near side. Dribbles with his left, gives it up to Ginther. Ginther now dribbles, spin, tried to draw the foul, not going to get it, and now Wabash with the rebound going the other way. As Davidson pull up three from deep, nothing but net. So, the sophomore Jack Davidson
even with
steps up from deep with a hand in his face and knocks it down. 50-35. Tigers lead it. Steinhardt and Ginther draws the foul as Eberhard just ran right over Ginther, who was setting a screen. Gonna get called every time it did there, and the Tigers keep possession here. They'll inbound it on the near sideline.
Plenty of frustration from Brummett after that one, as he is just screaming at the refs for that call.
As now Felke takes the inbounds from Steinhardt, dribbles far side, picks up his dribble, gives it to Coos. Coos now dribbles left, spins back the other way, can't get it to fall in. Rebounded by Wabash, and now Davidson comes up here on the near side. Dribbles left in the lane, almost stolen away by Ginther, but he gives it up to Schreiber, who gives it right back to Davidson. Now Eberhard dribbles right into the lane, gives it up, easy lay-in and one. They're gonna get Ginther with a block. That was Ben Stikowski, the senior out of Evansville, Indiana, in Memorial High School. So he'll go to the line and shoot one more. Tigers holding on to a 50-37 lead with 17:43 left in this second half.
And Hallstrom with the first assist of the game for Wabash, and it's a really good one as he fades out of bounds with a great pass to his teammate.
And Stikowski can't get the free throw to fall. Rebounded by the Tigers, and now Felke leads it the other way. Steinhardt dribbling left, gives it up to Coos, right back. Now Steinhardt dribbles right, drives in the lane, gives it up to Felke here on the near side corner. He goes into the middle of the lane, finds Ginther, and now Felke back to Ginther. Ginther drives, spins into the lane, got it to go. They're going to call him for travel though, no basket. So with 7:18 left in this second half, Tigers lead at 50-37, but Wabash clearly with the momentum to start the second half.
Definitely, and the Tigers having a lot of trouble getting into the paint, and that's affecting their ability to get wide open threes right now.
Schreiber drives, gets past Steinhardt, goes into the lane, and draws a foul. You're going to get that one on Coos, and he's going to go to the line and shoot two as Schreiber.
Schreiber maybe a little fortunate on that one. A little push off into Steinhardt. Steinhardt tries to sell it maybe a little too much. That would have been 4 on Schreiber, and he would have been out at least till the last 8 minutes.
Tough call for Coos. He's playing hard basketball, but he's going to get whistled for the foul, and Schreiber can't connect on the first one. The freshman out of Indianapolis and Roncalli High School.
Only player on his team to miss a free throw so far.
And the second one is good from Schreiber, and now Coos, that's his third, and Matt Mulkey comes in, but it doesn't get much better as he's got 2 fouls.
Might be playing with all guards towards the end of this one.
As the Tigers come set, Steinhardt thought about the three, decides to give it up to Mulkey, who gives it to Felke. And now it's Shank who gives it back to Felke. Felke picks up his dribble. And now Steinhardt here on the near side. 9 seconds left in the shot clock. Thought about the jumper, no good. In the lane to Matt Mulkey, easy lay-in. What a find from Aaron Shank, the sophomore.
Nice little pump fake, and then fakes the shot again as he's going into the paint, but a really nice step off to his teammate.
As Schreiber now, for the Little Giants, gives it up to Stikowski. Gives it down low to Hallstrom. Hallstrom works, spins the other way, and one. Draws the contact from Mulkey, and that's Mulkey's third. And now the Tiger lead down to 12 with the impending free throw coming. As Wabash looks to get back into this game. They got plenty of time to do so. Trying to cut the lead to 11. Hallstrom gets it to go. So 16:22 left. Tigers lead at 52-41.
And this lead is thinning really quickly. DePauw's going to have to weather this storm.
Tigers are going to have to get some points. Steinhardt down low. He finds Shank. Shank, the hook shot, gets it to go. A nice move by Shank to find the middle of the lane.
That's exactly what they have to do. They have to go right at Schreiber. He's playing really soft defensively because he doesn't want that fourth.
Is now cross-court pass. Wide open three, no good. Loose ball. Rebounded by the Little Giants. That was Stokowski on the initial three. Davidson thought about it. Now he takes a deep three. He got that one to go. Nothing but net again. Showing off the range. And the lead is cut to 10 for the Tigers. Davidson having himself a game. Felke out to Malky. Now Felke dribbles in the lane. Dishes out to Steinhardt. Steinhardt thought about it. Pass was a little slow and high. And now Matthew Godfrey out to Steinhardt. Fakes, two-point jumper. Can't get it to go off the rim. Rebounded by the Little Giants, and Davidson now bringing it up the far side. Finds Eberhardt in the corner for three, and another foul.
Oh, no.
That one on Malky. That's his fourth, team's fourth. And let alone the foul troubles for individual players. The Tigers already with a quick 4 in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
And that one was just dumb by Malky. He got beat for speed, and he puts his body into the defender. He doesn't get pulled right away, though, so wonder if they're going to keep him, how long they're going to keep him on that court.
And now Davidson takes the screen from Eberhardt, comes the other way. Pull up three, no good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Tigers. That was Matthew Godfrey. And now Jenkins brings it up here on the near side. Going over to the table for the Tigers is Kamen Lutz. Three from the Tigers, no good off the rim. That was Shank on the attempt, rebounded for the Little Giants. And now Davidson, with under 15 to play, comes the other way, looking to put some points on the board. Walks right into the lane. Easy gets the lay in. And now the lead back to single digits. The lead is 8 for the Tigers. And now we get a timeout and a whistle. Timeout called by the Tigers, and the Wabash crowd very excited as the lead that was once to 19 has suddenly dwindled down to 8 for the Tigers. And Grady, what have you seen that the Tigers just can't find an answer for?
It's not even just the defensive side, it is the attacking side. They have not gotten any open shots so far, and even the open ones, they really haven't been putting away. We knew at some point they're going to start missing shots, but you'd hope that it wouldn't be this bad. I mean, they're pretty low on points in the second half. I don't know what they're going to do, but either start putting up bad threes, maybe drive more to the basket, take tougher shots. I don't know what they're going to do, but this Wabash defense is just suffocating yet again as they were in their first 5 minutes.
And the other thing is the Tigers really have to make the Little Giants earn it, and they're not doing that right now. They're fouling, they're giving them more possession, restarting the shot clock, giving them free throws. It's something you can't do against a team that frankly doesn't need any help scoring. And if they can clean that up, they can close this thing out. But you're right, it's got to be done on both ends, something we really haven't seen in the second half.
And that foul count is really problematic. As we already know, third best free throw shooting team in the nation is Wabash. So a couple more fouls and they're in the bonus with already 14 and a half left in this game. It's going to be really early bonus in this one and a lot of free throw shots for Wabash.
As the Tigers come set, Felke hands it off to Jenkins. He'll let him set things up, and now Felke here in the corner gives it up. And now Jenkins on the far side. He gives it to Lutz. Lutz steps out. Malky down low. Shank lay in. A good pass there by Malky to find Shank down low, and the Tigers lead it by 10 again. Down low into Hallstrom. Hallstrom makes a move, trying to work on Malky. He loses possession. Now comes back, and the Tigers the Little Giants Eberhardt gives it up to Stokowski, and now Davidson with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Make a move into the lane, drive, off balance shot. Got it to fall off the rim. A nice play there by Davidson. The lead is back at 8.
Interesting, Wabash has a power forward guarding DePauw's point guard right now as Jenkins against Eberhardt on the attacking end.
Now Jenkins, pull up three, got it to go. A big three by Cole Jenkins, the freshman out of Carmel, Indiana. It's the big three and the lead is 11. Eberhardt drives, and now they're going to get a reach-in foul on the Tigers, and that was Kamen Lutz. Unbelievable. Another foul for the Tigers, and they're at 5 team fouls already with 13:05 remaining in the second half.
You just got to resist the urge. I know that ball's there. I know it looks like a good angle, but putting your hand in there automatically gives a Wabash an opportunity to draw that foul.
Now Davidson takes the screen. He's guarded by Jenkins. He drives now. He draws another foul. He's going to the line to shoot 2.
Now, I mean, I know the first 5 were probably fouls, but that one was, I mean, he's just driving his chest into Lutz's body. He's got his hand straight up. I don't know what you're really calling there.
First one good from Davidson, and I think Coach Fenlon maybe wanted a foul call on Davidson for initiating that contact. He's not going to get it. And the second one is good from Davidson. So the Tiger lead 59-50. Next foul the Tigers have, it's going to put Little Giants at the line. Jenkins now a whistle.
4 on Schreiber.
And now Schreiber
He doesn't want to go off.
That's his 4th. He's coming out of the game. And in for the Little Giants is Connor Rotterman, 6'1" sophomore guard.
Schreiber commits the foul, immediately looks to his coach and gives the signal, don't pull me. Coach has already turned around, grabbing a player.
So now for the Tigers, it's Lutz. Takes the screen, gets it right back. Dishes it out, and now Felke slows it down. Under 10 on the shot clock. 5 now. Felke drives, pull up, jumper, good for 2, and 61-50 is the Tiger lead. A good drive there by Nick Felke.
Been efficient so far with 16 points now. He's been doing really well for the team.
Davidson now dribbles right. Easy path into the lane. And he got the reverse lay-in, so the lead 61-52 now for the Tigers. That's Shank. Quickly gives it up to Lutz. Over to Jenkins now. Takes the screen from Shank. Jenkins gives it up to Lutz, who corrals it in. Looking for someone. Mulkey, the 3. Got it!
Man, the center does it again.
Matt Mulkey, the junior center, with a big 3. And the Tiger lead to 12. As now Rotterman sets things up for the Little Giants. Gives it into Eberhardt. As now Davidson stands here on the near side, calling for a screen. He's going to get it. Now Jenkins, step back 3 from Davidson. No good off the rim. Rebounded by the Little Giants. Shot put back up and good. That was Tyler Watson on the rebound and the putback. So the lead is cut to 10.
Just can't give a team like Wabash 2 chances on the offensive end.
Easy lay in there from Jenkins as he just worked Davidson into the lane. And 66-54 now for the Tigers as we're under 11 to play. Rotterman now for Wabash. Quickly gives it up. Watson, no good on the lay-in, rebounded by Felke. Now he drives all the way. Spin in the lane, lays it up, and 1! Wow! What a play there by Felke. He shows off the strength, and 1. The Tiger lead back up to 14 as we get some substitutions and a full timeout from Wabash. Tigers lead it 68-54. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds. You're listening to DePauw men's basketball on your home for Tiger Athletics, 91.5 WGRE. back into 91.5 WGRE, your home for Tiger Athletics. The score right now, 68-54 in favor of the Tigers. 10:43 remaining in this second half. Felke just drew the contact, got the lay in the ball. He's got an and one coming right now. Grady, what have you seen from the Tigers as they picked it up here in this second half?
The three-point shooting has turned on a little bit now, but it's because of the dribble drive. They've been attacking the basket a little more often and more efficiently, kicking it out for the open threes.
Felke set, shots up, shot is good. So the lead out to 15. Tigers 69, Wabash 54 with 10:40 left in the game. Davidson brings it up, gives it up to Watson. Now Rotterman drives, gives it back to Watson. Dribbling with his left, Davidson drives in the lane, he gives it up to Hallstrom. Deep three, no good there from Stikowski, and rebounded by Felke for the Tigers, who tosses it up to Jenkins. Gives it into Shank. Mulkey the three, no good off the rim, and we got a whistle, and they're gonna get that one on Rotterman, I believe.
Could be on any of three people. I think they gave it to Davidson, actually.
They're gonna give it to Davidson. That is his second.
And on the topic of Davidson, he's already played 26 minutes. He averages about 31 a game, and we still have 10 minutes left. It's going to be interesting to see if they give him a rest or if he goes the full 10 for the rest of the match.
As Felke now takes the inbounds pass. Dishes it off. Shank, the lay-in, it's good, and the Tiger lead 71-54 at the halfway point of this second half. Looking to close things out. Now Rotterman drives, dishes it out, loose ball, corralled in there by Stikowski. And now David, we get a whistle.
Oh, it's his fifth.
Matt Mulkey is just fouled out of the game. And Coach Fenlon is beside himself, and so is the junior Mulkey. He can't believe what just happened, as it seemed like all Wabash was doing was setting up their offense.
He should be disappointed in that call. I mean, you can't give a guy his fifth foul on a ticky-tack post up in the paint. Didn't even have the ball. That's just a terrible, terrible call to make a big call like that with this much time left in the game. It's a bad one for me.
As now you go to the line for Wabash is Harrison Hallstrom. He gets the front end to go, shooting 67% from free throw line coming into today's matchup. So he gets that first one to go. Second one good as well. So the Tigers lead cut down to 15 for the moment.
And it will be bonus the rest of the way for Wabash now.
Wabash shooting free throws all the way until zeros are on the board as Coos now hands it off to Jenkins. Finds Felke here on the near side. Who gives it to Decker, who gives it right back. Felke drives, spin, lay in, good shooter's touch as it hit the rim a couple times.
There's been no answer to Felke attacking the paint. Every single time he either gets a point or gets a nice little assist.
As Davidson now, he drives in the lane, splits all defenders. Three by Schreiber, no good off the rim. Loose ball, and it's going to be off of Wabash. Are going to say it was off of Hallstrom. And so the Tigers pick up the offensive possession as Eberhard checks back into the game for Tyler Watson.
Not very good rebounding by the Tigers on that one. They probably got a little fortunate, even though they're 1 versus 3 for that rebound. They really should have had that one. Got away with it, though, in the end.
As now Jenkins gives it up to Felke. Over here to Decker on the near side. Decker back out to Shank. Felke now here on the near side. Tries to force it down low and throws it right into a Wabash defender. And now Davidson comes the other way. Tries to get it down low. He does. That's into Hallstrom. Hallstrom throws it up. No good. Gets his own rebound. The second opportunity is good, in the lead back down to 15 for the Tigers, as we're just under 8.5 minutes left in the second half. Into the corner. Shank, the three. It's good. Tigers getting help all around beyond the three-point arc. The lead is 18 for the Tigers.
Maybe an ill-advised shot there with Schreiber right in his face, but put it down anyway.
A tough shot there. Shank got it to fall, and now in the corner. As Davidson goes down.
No.
And a whistle there.
No.
And
That is horrendous. That is so bad. I mean, he's not even touching him.
Looked like it was incidental contact. The officials saw otherwise. And now Davidson going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Fenlon is just beside himself down there. He's in disbelief with that one. That was
Bill Fenlon. He's probably seen a lot of calls in 27 seasons. That one he's clearly not happy about. First free throw is good from Davidson. So as he
9 for 9, I believe.
Continues to add to that record as the second one is good as well. And so the Tiger lead is down to 16 with under 8 to play. Jenkins gives it up to Felke on the far side. Tigers moving right to left. Coos to Jenkins now. Jenkins drives in the lane, lays it up high off the glass and off the rim. It's good.
Shortest player on the court against both the Wabash centers puts it away anyway. Quite the shot.
Davidson moves through the screen, and now Schreiber. He's got to be careful with 4. Drives in the lane, step back, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Shank of the Tigers, and now Jenkins will bring it up as he goes behind the back to Felke. And now they slow it down.
A little fancy. All right, I like it.
As Coach Fenlon calling out plays to the offense. Making sure he's got the right one. Felke hesitates, picks it up, goes cross court to Decker, who finds Coos down low. Coos gives it right back. Decker drives, stop, goes in the lane, draws the foul. He's going to the line to shoot 2. With 7 minutes left, Tigers lead it 78-60.
Just some really odd matchups here for Wabash. They have their star player and debatably best defender, Davidson, guarding Ken Decker, who's not really a top scorer for DePauw. I mean, plenty of other ones for sure. Eberhard guarding, I think at least, he might still be guarding Lutz and Jenkins when Jenkins is on. And those are just massive height differentials.
It's a questionable way of defending this Tiger team. Or excuse me, it's interesting how these Tigers have just showed the athleticism down low in trying to work around the big men, as both free throws are good from Decker. The lead is 20 for the Tigers, their largest lead of the evening, and we're under 7 to play. As Davidson now takes the screen, dribbles right, pull up, it's good. Shot it as Coos thought about it, didn't want to pick up another foul. Now the Tigers bring it the other way. Coos hands it off to Kamen Lutz. Gives it up to Jenkins, down low to Coos, who gets it tipped away, and a late whistle. Wabash fans not happy about that one, but Coos draws the foul, and the next one on Wabash is going to put the Tigers in the bonus. Right now it's going to be under the basket.
Poor Davidson thought he was waiting for a wide open layup, and then he hears that late whistle.
Yep, Davidson had nothing but the basket and DePauw students in front of him.
And even worse for the foul is another 20 to 30 seconds is going to run out for the Tigers here.
You're absolutely right, as now Jenkins trying to work his man, and he does, gets in the lane, dishes out, but he draws a foul. That one's going to go against Colton Garland, the junior. So the Tigers will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. It's going to be Cole Jenkins.
And the ref's starting to even out that foul count a little bit, now just 8-7 in favor of Wabash.
As the first one, good off the rim and then the backboard. So Tiger lead out to 19.
Don't want to give a commentator's curse here or anything, but there have been quite a few fortunate bounces for the Tigers tonight.
And another one there from Jenkins as he hit the rim again, but it found the net. Tigers lead back out to 20. Now Rotterman gives it up to Eberhard. He finds Garland, who goes in the lane, draws the foul on Coos. That's Coos again. That's his 4th. The team's 9. So next one's going to put Wabash in the double bonus, shooting 2 free throws.
couldn't even tell you who they throw at center after this. I'm guessing they put Ginter. Probably. Yeah, it's Ginter going over.
Ginter is going to check back into the game, and now we get a timeout. We're going to keep it right here and say full timeout, but Grady, the Tigers, we talked about it, that first seemingly 4 minutes of the half, the Little Giants came out hot and really took it to the Tigers, cutting the lead all the way down to single digits. Now the Tigers, they pushed the envelope, gotten it back out to 19-20 at one point. What do they got to do to close out this final 6 minutes?
Well, they got to say those first 4 minutes were really scary, but they just got to chew clock right now. Wabash, of course, very good on the steals. They got to be wary of their passes, make sure their player is open, and the pass is going to get picked off, but they just got to keep burning these 30 seconds. Wait till the last 5 seconds, wait till the last 10 seconds to take their shot, and then finally, it's going to be forced every once in a while, but you got to take them anyway and kill that clock as much as possible.
Right, Tigers look to close this thing out. Their next game will be this weekend on the road. They'll travel to Ohio Wesleyan for a matchup on Saturday. And then they come back home for two, starting February 13th at 7 p.m. against Denison, and then on the 16th at Worcester at 2 o'clock, or excuse me, at home against Worcester. So a few more games left in the regular season for the Tigers before they move into the conference tournament, and maybe more. Right now, Tigers 6 minutes to close this thing out.
Another thing to look at, it's now 32 minutes for Jack Davison and 6 minutes left. He is already over his average per game, and you can already see he's starting to slow down a little bit. Doesn't have as many points as he had early on.
As the free throw is good, both of them. It's 82-64 now, or excuse me, just the one. As now the Tigers come set down low as Ginter tried to dribble. Now we get a loose ball and a reach-in foul. We're going to get that one on Garland as he just shot the free throw.
A lot of those Wabash fans and coach, they were all looking for that jump ball call, but instead he got a little bit of that arm. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Ginter.
As now Ginter goes to the line, shooting 69% from the free throw line this season. First one of the 1-and-1, no good. Loose ball, rebounded by Davidson of Wabash, and now they come the other way. Looking to put a dent in this lead. Loose ball off his own leg into the stands. As Davidson can't corral that one in, and the Tigers have gained possession now. As they look to extend on an 18-point lead.
Just a mistake you don't see from Davidson very often. That could be from fatigue. Again, he's not even helping out in the press. They have him back on defense.
Ginter. Now he comes set, gives it up to Jenkins. Lutz takes a screen, drives in the lane, looks to dish, goes off the leg there of Eberhard. No whistle for a kick as it rolls out of bounds. And now the Tigers will keep the ball as Felke checks back into the game for Kamen Lutz.
Smart move. Felke, a much better ball handler. Definitely going to avoid the bad plays.
You would imagine Felke would probably stay in for this final five, trying to close it out as he drives into the lane with the hesitation. Gets it to fall. Tiger lead back out to 20 with about 5 minutes left in the game. Davidson gives it up to Rotterman. Rotterman dribbles with his left into the lane. Easy lay-in as he just beat his man. That was Decker. Now Jenkins brings it up for the Tigers. Gives it up to Ginter. Ginter now being harassed. Finally finds Jenkins as Jenkins, 15 seconds on the shot clock, gets a screen, now pulls, almost tipped away, and Felke picks it up. Now we're under 10 on the shot clock. Felke, hesitation, dish, Ginter draws the foul as he put up the shot. No good, he's going to the line to shoot two. What a pass from Felke.
Wow, I mean, looks one way, goes the other, and then does the fake pass too. bullet. I don't even think Ginther was ready for it. That's probably why he didn't make the layup immediately. Took an extra second. Now he's shooting 2 free throws.
Ginther looked a little surprised there. Nonetheless, he's at the line. His first one, good. Tiger lead, back out to 19. We get another substitution for Wabash. That's Harrison Hallstrom, the junior, checking back into the game. The second, it's good too. Tiger lead at 20 as we're under 4.5 to play. Davidson gives it up to Rotterman. Down low into Hallstrom, trying to work his man, that Shank. He does, and he gets the easy lay-in. 86-68 in favor of the Tigers. Felke gives it up cross court. Jenkins now trying to work Rotterman. Oh, and they get a blocking foul on the Tigers, as it looked like Shank was just a half a second too late as he caught Rotterman with his hip. Draws the foul every time. Now the Little Giants have a substitution. That's Jaden Edwards, the freshman out of Indianapolis.
A little unfortunate on that one for the Tigers. Just didn't play their angles right, and it's a clear foul.
As Davidson gives it up. Rotterman now back to Davidson. Dribbles with his left into the lane. Hesitates, goes up strong. Gets the nice, easy lay-in. Tiger lead cut to 16 as we're under 4 to play.
It's a pretty tame press here from Wabash. Not too much pressure.
Right. Only sending as much pressure as many players are back there. Now the Tigers, Shank gives it to Felke. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Felke between the legs. Now he goes forward. Looking, picks up his dribble to the top for Shank. Now Felke again. 4 seconds on the shot clock. He drives, hesitates, puts it up and in with 1 second left on the shot clock. And as we approach 3 minutes left in the second half, Tigers lead at 88-70.
He's just running that paint today right now.
Davidson dishes late. Hallstrom maintains possession. Loose ball. They're going to say it was off Ginther or Shank. So Wabash is going to retain possession down under the basket with 3:02 remaining and 19 seconds on the shot clock. Tigers lead by 18. Is now Rotterman tipped away there by Jenkins on the pass. Out of bounds off the Tigers. And now Wabash will have it on the far sideline, as I believe that is Garland going over to the far side.
Wabash, you've been running a lot of clock right now, going into the last couple seconds of the shot clock.
As now we're approaching 10 on that shot clock. Davidson, off balance three, no good. Rebounded by Hallstrom. He gets the easy lay-in. The lead cut down to 16. Now Jenkins behind the back, and now we get a whistle. It's going to be a timeout by the Tigers. We're going to step aside for a quick moment. Right now, Tigers lead it 88-72. You're listening to DePauw men's basketball on your home for Tiger Athletics, 91.5 WGRE. Welcome back to 91.5 WGRE, your home for all of Tiger Athletics. Tyler Rosen alongside me, Grady Bruck. And with 2:38 left in the second half, the Tigers hold a commanding 16-point lead over rival Wabash. Tigers lead 88-72. Grady, 2.5 minutes and some change left in this ball game. What the Tigers got to do now to really close this thing out, not get too far ahead of themselves, and really look to go on a run here with a few games left in the season.
But need to continue with these solid inbounds plays, keep beating the press, and then, of course, as we're about to see, you're going to need some good free throw shooting.
As Rotterman gets called for the block, Kyle Brummett not too happy about that one, as Jenkins will go to the line. He takes a breath in his dribbles now. His first one is up and good. Andrew Coos, the senior, checking back in. He's going to take out Aaron Shank. Jenkins, second one, got it to go off the rim and then the backboard as Davidson comes the other way. Drives in the lane, easy, got it to go and one. Coos called for the foul.
That could be his fifth.
That's gonna be his fifth foul. He's gonna have to come out of the game. About as quickly as Coos checks into the game, he's gonna come out. And I believe it's gonna be Shank coming back into the game.
And as bad as it sounds to be down both of your centers at one point, it's not so bad with 2.5 left. The lead they got, they really need free throw shooters. They don't need centers at this point. So I think they'll be all right without Coos and Mankey.
It's a completely different game if they're sitting with 10 minutes left as opposed to 2.5. Because now Davidson with one free throw, got that one to go. What else is new? As he inbounds into Shank, doesn't know what to do with it. Quickly, he gives it up to Jenkins. He makes a move on Rotterman, gives it up to Ginther. Ginther gets his man in the air. He's looking for someone, gives it back to Jenkins, who's standing at about the Tiger logo, as he finds Decker, who gives it up to Ginther, and Ginther is fouled by Davidson. Davidson's third on the evening, and Ginther back on the line.
Not one of the best free throw shooters on the court for DePauw. Probably a strategy for Wabash to get him on the line as much as possible.
As he rattles that one home off the rim and then the backboard. Tigers lead at 91-75 with 2:08 left in the second meeting of the season between Wabash and DePauw. Second one good from Ginther. Lead 92-75. As Wabash, Davidson now comes set. Under 2 minutes, deep three, no good off the rim. An ill-advised shot there, as now Jenkins tries to go between the legs. Luckily, Ginther was there to pick it up. Felke up to Jenkins. Felke now setting up the offense. Tries to elude Rotterman. He's done it successfully so far, and now he's fouled. And so Felke's going to go to the line to shoot two with 1:37 left in the contest.
It's definitely the guy the Tigers want on the line. One of the better free throw shooters on the team. Currently shooting 62% from the line this season.
And again, only a sophomore, and really showing his leadership in a game like this tonight. As he's back on the line and we get some more substitutions. Davidson checks out of the game, presumably for the final time tonight. He had a heck of a game, despite what's probably going to be a losing effort. As the
37
Tigers,
points, that ain't so bad, huh?
not a bad evening. As the Tigers lead it by 18 with 1:37 to go. We get some more substitutions in for the Tigers. Is Ty Drake, the freshman guard.
Didn't have the headband ready. Had to put it on when it was on the court.
And the free throw good. Both good there by Felke. So with 1:37, Tigers, they're going to move to 15-7 on the year and 9-6 in the conference after a big win tonight over the 18th ranked Wabash Little Giants. And what was another one for the series. The Tigers lead the all-time series 123 to 90 with one tie thrown in there. Now, the Tiger students getting loud here as Evan Nichols goes to the line to shoot some free throws. That one, no good. He's got another one on the way. Is everyone acting like it was a 1-and-1? As most of the people on the floor right now haven't been in most of the evening.
They're trying to get on the stat sheet. That's all it is. Get that rebound on the board.
So Felke will come out of the game. An excellent performance tonight by the young sophomore out of Plymouth, Indiana, putting up a big night. What was a very emotional game, as it always is with the Little Giants. Second free throw is good. Tigers lead it by 18. 1:16 left as Vickers passes it off. Easy walk in, no good. Rebounded by the Little Giants. That was Nick Whistle who got in there in the lane, couldn't finish. Ty Drake playing good defense now for the Tigers. Little Giants. Fleming now dishes it off. Deep three, good.
Wow.
Matt Chin, the sophomore, hits the deep three. He must be practicing with Davidson because that was a long ways away.
Apparently that was a deep shot. As you said, wow. Really good hit.
94-79 is the Tiger lead. Vickers picks up the ball. Now Whistle drives. Step back, jumper. Can't get it to go off the rim. Rebounded by the Little Giants. That was Hegwood. And now coming the other way is Chin. 25 seconds. The Tigers pick up another big conference victory. Deep three again by Chin, no good off the rim. Rebounded by the Tigers, and now Vickers is going to bring it up for the Tigers and run out the clock as we're under 10 seconds. Tigers are going to win this one 94-79, and a heck of a performance by Coach Fenland's team. You got to respect it. A big old win over the number 18 ranked Wabash Little Giants here at home at Neal Fieldhouse. And now the students come onto the floor. And now the team telling them to wait until after handshakes. A big win for Bill Fenland and his program, but really for this season, a great win.
Definitely going to help the momentum going into playoffs. It's a big win against a really good team, and it's even worse for Wabash because it puts them out of contention for that number 1 seed. They're going to be stuck on that 2 seed, and don't be surprised if the Tigers end up seeing these guys again down on the bottom half of the bracket.
You're absolutely right. You know, this was the second scheduled meeting, but with these two teams playing the way they are right now, it seems like the Tigers finding their footing. You know, for Wabash, this is their second loss in 3 games. You know, unfortunately, that's how it goes, but still a very good team, and they could very well be seeing each other come conference tournament time as they try to put together a run at a conference championship. So that's going to do it here for us tonight. Brady, I'd like to thank you for being up here with me. Always a good time.
Been a pleasure.
I'm Tyler Rosen. The Tigers victorious over Wabash tonight, 94-79. Thank you for tuning in to DePauw men's basketball on 91.5 WGRE.